Hi everyone, Louisa here. I'm back and I'm back with another fun reading slash healing. And today I was inspired to do a reading for December. So we just started in this beautiful new month and I just wanted to see like how the energies are going to vibe in December. Now, of course, we know there's Mercury in retrograde. So even this morning, myself, I noticed that there were some things around us not going quite like we planned. And so that might be a general vibe that is going on in the coming months. I think it's until the 15th or the 20th of December, I think. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, I'm excited to see what else is going on. So I made 3 piles for you guys, and you can pick one of them. Maybe you'll feel inspired to look at all of them. That's up to you. But I'd suggest you pick the crystal that goes with it that resonates most with you right now. So the first one I picked for group 1 is the tiger eye. As you can see, beautiful earthy stone with beautiful shining in its energy. That's group 1. Then we have group 2, orange calcite. I love this stone. This is one of the stones that is always very, that little, well, I guess a lot of girls, but actually the little boys also really enjoy picking up and cherishing somehow. It's a very happy stone. And then the third one, a beautiful rose quartz heart. Now we all know what that stands for. Now it's actually interesting because, of course, I've picked a few crystals to help us and guide us and give us a sort of a grit today for holding space for the energy that's going on. And I'll tell you about it. I have a very big orange selenite crystal here. Then I have one of my favorite crystals is an ocean jasper in English. And it really has both sides. This one is so beautiful in its pink. And then you have this vibrant green color as well in a golden spark. So that's a very beautiful crystal that really wanted to be here today. Then we have a beautiful rose quartz and, of course, the symbol of the pink rose. Now, a little while back, I channeled and asked for some specifics about the team of light that I'm working with right now. And they communicated as a part of the team is the sisterhood of the pink rose. And I felt very blessed and it really resonated with me. So I invited the sisterhood of the rose, of the pink rose, to be present today as well. Now, it's up to you. Group 1, group 2, or group 3. Well, we're going to start with group 1. So I'll put them aside and let's see that wants to come through. So I put that one here and we'll start picking the cards. Now, the first card I picked for December for group 1. Look at this, the ancient oak spirit with strength. Now it's interesting, look at the colors that we picked, right? Of the tiger eye. It's like all brown and beautifully in nature. And when you look at the card, you see all these little lights popping up and this beautiful door in the oak tree. Now, it gives me the feeling that in December, you will be working on your, not just a grounding, but it's like you're looking for your strength inside of you, right? It feels a little like an energy that is pulling back a little bit from all the pressures of life and just wanting to retreat in yourself And it's almost you're retreating in your tree, right? It's an interesting energy. Let's see what else wants to come through. Now, I picked a tarot card. Look at this, the Five of Swords. Now, they're not particularly happy when you look at this card. Look at this. You see all the swords, right? The 5 swords. And no, their expression isn't particularly happy. It feels like it could be that there's a little bit of bullying going on in your environment, people around you who are not particularly pleasant towards you, that there's argument going on, that there's conflict going on, that you don't have the feeling that you don't feel seen or heard, and it's painful. And it feels like there's some repetition going on of something that is popping up emotionally in you from previous experiences. And it feels like it could be youth related, right? So that your inner child is responding to that situation and helping you actually to face those emotions that are stuck in your system and want to be released. So be mindful of how you feel in December. Be mindful of the emotions that just pop up through triggers. Now, that might actually be while you're sitting at your dinner with your family in Christmas time or in other social contexts where someone says something and you feel triggered. I don't feel it's a very big thing. It feels like it's just something that is said and that makes you react right now. And so be mindful of that. Okay, next card. Now this is a Dutch card, and it says Alice in a sea of tears, feeling rejected, confused, and abandoned. And actually a number 11, which is a master number. Now look at her. She's not very happy either, is she? So it really could be that you have the feeling that you're going backwards somehow, which is totally not the case, mind you. It's totally not the case. And the message that I feel that has to do with this card really has to do with you are safe, right? The tiger eye is really a stone of protection. So you are being protected by your team of light in this pain that you are revisiting somehow. But this time, and they are very clear, this time it will have a completely different ending, right? So don't be afraid. It's not as, oh my God, December's going to be terrible and whatever. It's not going to be that way. It's just that we need these triggers to make us stronger, right? Look at the ancient oak spirit. For all that is coming towards us in the coming years, we need our strength. We need the root. We need to be rooted, but we need to be rooted in ourselves. And while I'm saying this, I'm getting major, major goosebumps because that is what is needed. And you need to know that right now you are already strong enough to deal with it. It's just a matter of starting to believe it yourself, right? Making that connection to who you truly are. You are going to find land, right? You see the little crab here and the little mouse are you're not alone. And you might think you are alone. That's your head talking, but you have a complete team in spirit. Even if you have no one here on earth to support you in this, please know that your team in spirit is here, and all you have to do is ask for help in those moments when you really need it, and trust that they will be there. But they are not allowed to remove this experience from your path, right? They're not allowed. You have free will, but asking will make sure that they are there, like in an instant. So please remember that when you're feeling down, right? Okay, now another Dutch card, the Three Little Witches, and they say it's the power of 3. Now, it's really interesting because I feel in this, it's like, remember when I said It feels like you're revisiting something. This card is telling me that it comes in threes. And it's also weird because she has blue eyes and she has blue eyes as well. It almost feels like this has to do with speaking up for yourself and showing who you really are, but also feeling safe enough to show emotion if it does come up. It's almost like they're inviting you not to hide anymore, right? Show that you are moved. Show that you are hurt if you get hurt, if it triggers you. When you open up and be true to yourself and show your emotion, the chances that people around you will see you and see your hurt and see your pain and give them a chance to be there for you if that happens, right? You don't have to go through this alone. I'm going to make some room because I have more cards and I want you to be able to see them. So open yourself to that. Don't be afraid. See? Look at this. The Knight. Be brave and be honest. See? So really, that's how I feel. It's like it's really important to be brave in embracing the emotions that want to come through, because remember, it's not always only about you. When you start sharing, when you start opening up, when you're telling people that you are having a hard time, look at the roses behind him on the picture as well. Look. See the roses? Now, roses have thorns, of course, but I don't see any thorns here. I just see the beautiful roses. The heart, right? The pink. This is a red rose, but the rose is really a symbol for the love, for connecting and opening your heart chakra. And if you are able to let your emotions flow, and look, we have the ocean jasper now. The ocean jasper is particularly a crystal that wants to assist you in letting life and things flow, letting emotions flow, let it all flow, let it all come through you without stopping it, with love for yourself. The rose quartz wants to embrace you. You have the selenite who is assisting you in connecting to who you truly are, to the angelic realm, to your team of light. Right? So be brave and be honest and trust that whoever is with you at that point will be able to handle it. And if they do not, then that's okay too. Don't look at it like you do something wrong, you're doing something wrong, or you shouldn't have made yourself vulnerable. No, that vulnerability for now is in December apparently very important. So don't forget that. Okay, so then we have the beautiful card, the malachite. Now look at that, the malachite. Now malachite actually, as you can see, is a green stone, and green and pink are the colors of the heart chakra. Now for me, this energy really feels it feels like wanting to make a deeper connection with nature. So if you feel inspired or guided to be in nature a lot of the time, even if the weather's bad, even if it's not that comfortable outside, but even connecting like with a tree, right, will bring you and connect you to the strength of Mother Nature. It's trying to... I feel like it's very important that right now you are challenged to try and see everything from two sides, right? We are coming from negative programming, especially around family and friends and the people who are dear to us. We come from old patterning and old conditioning. And the malachite wants to help you look at the world from your heart, a heart-based vision, and connecting with others from the heart. And even if you feel triggered and the emotions are flowing, then still, even if someone does not understand or does not look at things like you are able to, it's important to keep your own mindset in that respect. Try and look at the glass half full and see what the lesson that came up through the trigger has brought you. And it's like trying to look at life from a different perspective, look at the situation from a different perspective. And that is what we're being taught right now. We are taught to try and look at the world from our hearts, being compassionate, and also really shifting our own mindset in the first place, right? Because if we start shifting our mindset, others around us might be able to feel invited to do the same, right? And then we get heart-based conversations instead of really arguing or bullying each other, right? Then getting into arguments and getting stressed like the tarot card is telling you here. So it's very important and to be mindful of conversations that trigger you and are a unique opportunity, I guess, to be more heart-based and to see where you can be softer, first for yourself and your inner child, and then for the people around you. Let's see what else. Oh, beautiful card. Cernuños, life force. Now, this beautiful creature is a very powerful one, a very divine masculine one. And it says, express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Now, that's a very beautiful card in respect to the rest, because Cernuños might be a divine masculine and is very powerful. And it all has to do with feeling strength, right? Feeling strength. But the divine masculine is very balanced and very loving as well. So I feel like we are moving towards embodying the divine masculine now, but more in a balanced way, right? So even if that energy is very strong, it's important to stay soft and do this from the heart. Speak from the heart. Express your driving passion. Talk about what drives you, but not from the ego point of view, but from the heart. And then the final card, look at this, the card of clear quartz and meditation. Now that's a very nice addition, because I would suggest, if you have any social engagements or family functions in the coming month, then be sure that before you go, and that's the malachite is helping you with that as well as the clear quartz, is that while meditating and using the crown chakra, opening up your crown chakra before you go into a function or event or something of that order, be sure to meditate and connect to yourself first. Make a connection with your heart. Embody that energy before you go out in the world, because that way you are calmer. You're not as stressed. You can handle the eventual stress that might be there. I'm not saying it's gonna be, but it might be there, that you're sort of forewarned, and not by keeping your walls up, but actually letting your walls down just a little bit before going into the situation. That way, the chances are of having a pleasant experience and even a growth experience are way bigger than they could be if you just go in from from the world where everyone around is stressing out and buying presents last minute and doing some shopping or whatever it might be. Make sure you are focused in yourself first before you go. Okay, I think that's it for group 1. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you another time soon. So I'm going to remove the cards from group 1. And we'll go up to group 2. Okay, so as I said, we picked the beautiful orange calcite. Now, it's a very calming stone, and it's a very sunny, happy stone. So let's see what December brings you, group 2. Okay, group 2. Oh, look at this. One of my favorite cards. I'm in the Mayan calendar. I'm Blue Eagle. So you'll understand why I get very happy, a very happy vibe with this one. Eagle spirit, freedom. And look, here's the eagle, but look down here, the beautiful unicorn. It's almost Pegasus, right? Number 13, flying high. And as it feels, it's important that in December for you, you focus on freedom and you focus on what is freedom for me right now in this moment. What do I need, right? See, as an eagle, you're very well able to have a vision from a higher perspective, right? And I feel like that is and will be needed with you this month. It also feels like you are experiencing, it's like you're getting to know your gifts in a different way. That's how it feels, like you're looking at life from a higher perspective. You're able to look at it in a better way, and that it's almost like your crown is opening up more, so you will be able to access, that's the word, that's how it feels, to access higher gifts. Now that is a very interesting thing going into December. Yeah, look at this. Exactly. The 8 of Pentacles. Now look at this beautiful. I love these cards. Look at the witch, what she's doing. She's making something there with all of her bottles. The cat is looking at her. It feels like she is discovering something new that she is doing. And she looks pretty happy while doing it. It doesn't really feel like it's new for her. It's almost like it's a deepening of knowledge, learning more about the craft that you're already working with or playing with. It's like a sort of mastery, if that makes sense. So that's interesting. So what's going on for you? Another Dutch card. Red Riding Hood with the wolf guiding her. And she says, I am not a victim. And she definitely isn't. Because look at her with her red. Even her hair is red. And look at the trees. They're all bare. It's like she's in a land where there's not much going on. It's silent. And it might even feel a little harsh. The surroundings are a little harsh. But as I said, you are changing your point of view. There's something shifting in your mindset, and it's like you rediscovering a gift that you have in a new way. And although the circumstances might not be ideal as your ego might see them, in your soul's perspective, there's something, it's like you are starting to get the wealth and the treasure that you are digging up at this point, being in a rough situation. So that is actually a very beautiful thing. She actually really says, I am not a victim. And even though you have been victimized, you're discovering that that fact is helping you right now. And it's bringing you gifts and insights that you would not have experienced weren't if you would not have been in this situation. I feel like you've had quite a rough year, actually. But there really is light at the end of the tunnel. But you need this experience in order to feel your own strength. So that's very beautiful. See, oh my God, it's another Dutch card. I'll translate, of course, but look at her. Look at the sword. Look at her eyes. Look at the beautiful red hair from the Scottish Highland elf, because that's who she are, the elf of the Highlands. And she says, it's time to be brave. And that is what you are actually really now doing. It could even be that you're going to experience quite a December month in solitude with not a lot of people around you. And that's okay, because I really, really, really feel so deeply that you are going to have so many insights because of this solitude, because of this silence, because of the peace around you. It might be uncomfortable at times because your mind might be telling you, why am I not sitting with my family? Or why am I not sitting with others? Why am I not having fun? Maybe you're having fun on your own. Maybe even you're starting to recognize how fun it is to be on your own, to have your own companionship. It's interesting. It's almost like you are being, it really is reconnection with who you really are on the inside. When you are just by yourself, you're going to find your strength. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. So beautiful. The wise one of your ancestors. And what she's saying is grow within your current situation. So it's almost like you are learning to accept where you are just right now in this moment and starting to see all the bits of light, right? Look even here at the eagle spirit. Look, all the beautiful lights that is surrounding. You're learning how to have more of a higher perspective in this situation, and you are really seeing and growing within the situation. You are looking, yes, you can be looking at the dark, but you are also seeing all this light, and you're feeling your strength growing. You're getting braver. You're acknowledging, I'm not a victim. I know who I am. I know what I have to bring to the table. You are accepting and master. It's almost like there's because of all you've been through this year, you've grown immensely, and the reward that's coming up, if you can call it a reward, is that you are really embracing the talents that you already have in a new way. But, and that's the big message, you are now starting to use them for you, not for others. It feels like you've had a life where you've been being there. You've been there for lots of other people. But because of that, that can create a trauma in which you are solely focused on the needs of others. And it really, really feels right now there's the big shift coming where you are no longer accepting that old pattern. It even feels this is a ancestry card, and it really feels like especially the female line, the feminine line, is supporting you in this, in letting go of this age-old pattern where the woman feels she needs to serve others and that it is selfish to take care of yourself. And that is definitely the pattern that is being shifted in your energy right now. And that might not be finished in December, right? This is a pattern that we've been experiencing for ages and ages, but there's a big shift in the works at this moment. So maybe you are the one who says, I am going to spend my Christmas or my New Year's or whatever holiday you are celebrating. Maybe I will spend it alone. And that's fine with me, right? There's a higher perspective going on, and I love that for you. Oh, look at this divine love, the pink amethyst. Now, I have a rose quartz, but look at this. See, I invited the sisterhood of the pink rose, and there they are. And it has to do with your soul star chakra. So that's very interesting. As I said, you are looking more and more from a soul's perspective, from a higher perspective, and you feel the divine love around you. So even if you haven't picked, it could be interesting for you to watch group 1 as well, but only if you feel it resonates with you. But divine love is really what is helping you right now. And you should ask for help. That is so very important. They want to be there for you. They want to embrace you. And if you feel that divine love, there is no need to fill that with the energy of others per se. You can be happy just connecting with your divine love, with spirit, with your spirit. Beautiful. I love this card, really. Okay, look at this. Lord Ganesh. Infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. See, it's so gorgeous. I love the lotus here with him as well. Now, Lord Ganesh is absolutely at this point wanting to communicate with you in ask for help in removing obstacles on your path right now. You are alone, maybe. You feel alone, maybe. But as I said, you're looking at this from a whole new perspective starting the new year. There's really something shifting with you. And know that help is on its way. Support is on its way. New connections are on its way. So you'll experience more abundance in that sense. But in order to be able to find the right people, or better said, attract the right people that will be helping you the next couple of years, I'm being told, you need a solid base, right? And you need to have the right mindset. And that is what's happening right now. So there is a shift going. So remember to embrace yourself, love yourself as much as you can, and make sure that you connect with your heart chakra, connect to your soul star chakra. Let that love that wants to come in help you. And that's what I love with the little calcite heart as well, is that you can be joyful on your own as well. And it might be really new for you, because we've all been taught, like maybe even if I'm alone, there's something wrong with me. Forget it. There's nothing wrong with you. If anything, I believe that because of your strength, you are alone right now, or you feel alone right now, because that is part of your journey. It's part of your path of ascension, because embracing who you are completely is the key to everything you might want to receive, right? Let's see the last card. Oh, look at this. Larimar, water, ocean, the throat chakra. It's actually a 25 number, which is a 7. And the 7 is telling me that you are definitely on the right path. It's important to remember that you are not doing anything wrong. You are exactly where you're meant to be right now. And the throat, where you connect to the throat through the heart, through the soul star chakra. Express who you are, be brave, and remember that, yeah, you really should also watch group 1 if you feel guided to do so, because it's almost like they're following each other, right? So I'm excited to see what group 3, what the message for group 3 is. But connecting to your throat and telling others what you need at this point is also important. And express to the universe, to Lord Ganesh, to your whole team of light, to the wise one, to your ancestry even. Express what you need using the Larimar crystal, which is an incredibly beautiful and powerful crystal. In letting things flow. Remember, we have the ocean jasper standing ready for you to let things flow. Allow yourself to be who you are. That is the most important message for you for December. So this was your reading, group 2. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any comments, please let me know in the comment section. I always love hearing from you. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you. Okay, group 3, here we go. Now we start with this beautiful rose quartz crystal. And let's see what December has in store for you. Look at this. Pegasus transcending number 28. Oh, that's such a beautiful card. Now we've had in group 2, we actually also had Pegasus come up. So that's a nice confirmation. Look at the unicorn here. It's like there's something really wanting to come up for you. It almost feels like some kind of breakthrough that you're standing in front of, like you're, but it still feels a little hesitant somehow, like you're not completely there yet. Let's see. The Ace of Swords. Yeah. See, there's something that I picked up on this. This is definitely the direction that it's taking for you in December. You are transcending something. But you are walking towards some kind of breakthrough. But it's almost like there's still something that is a little bit confused, maybe even. It could have to do with some miscommunication, something in that sense. But you are very close to breakthrough. Look at the sword, right? It's like cutting the sky. The birds are popping out, even the blue birds, like the wings here. Let's see what else comes up. Yeah, look at this. Another Dutch card. The mermaid in a koi pond. Look at the beautiful kois here. It's time to rediscover your personality. Become the dragon. Look at that. Yeah, that's actually interesting. What I feel like, look at the blue. See, it's blue again. This has to do with your throat chakra as well. With what they're telling me is it's time to cut through the bullshit. And that's not just your bullshit. It's also other people's bullshit. But it's like, I'm sick of this. I want to transcend. let me get out of this place. See, she wants to sit on her unicorn and fly away. And look, she's still looking down at the trees and the forest down there. And she is looking up. See, that's so interesting. There's still a little bit of confusion, like I want to, but I'm not sure if I can, because what happens if I do that? What happens if I start cutting through all this bullshit and get this enormous breakthrough? What's going to happen to me? And that's not such a weird thing that comes up in your mind, because it wouldn't be the first time that something awful would happen if you start being who you truly are, right? But number 41, it's a 5. So the 5 is positive change. See, so there is really something going on here. Yeah, look at this. The elf with the lantern. This is the lantern, right? And she's looking at you in a very clear way, a really clear solution. Now, this has to do with a solution to a problem that you are walking around with. That might actually be the 24 is also a 6. It could have something to do with some kind of security in the material sense. Maybe you're walking around with a problem like, I don't really know what to do. But as I can tell you, and that's how it feels, by cutting through bullshit, and that might actually be the bullshit you are telling yourself right now about that situation, is that there is going to be a very clear solution. And the path to going towards that truly is to rediscover who you are. And you might need some time to do that. And that's okay. But it has already been set in motion. So that's a beautiful confirmation for you today. Yeah, because this is what is needed in order to find that solution. The she-wolf, look at her. Unleash the wild within. See, that's embracing your the feminine power, and getting rid of all the bullshit that you've been told in all these lives and years. Cutting through all the bullshit of the conditioning that you've been told, that how you should behave, what you should be doing, rules, letting it all go overboard and starting to really rediscover who you truly are, because that is what the mermaid in the koi wants to do. She's sick of being in that pond and not being able to move forward. She wants to move forward. So it might still be a little bit of a journey for you, but this is definitely what you are moving towards. This is the direction you're going in. I think I'm going to put her here. I almost feel like she needs to be here. Hope you can still see it. I'm going to push them up just a little bit. Okay, so then, what is this beautiful one? Well, the rose quartz. There she is again with the beautiful pearls, the beautiful treasures. It's connected to the planet Venus, and it says empathy. Now, interesting enough, look at the number 5. Yet again, the 14. That makes a 5. So really positive change going on. It is like, what it feels like, what they're telling me is, it's like filling up yourself with this beautiful rose quartz, filling yourself up with love, and lovingly, in a very loving way, reconnecting to your soul, reconnecting to the love inside. Have empathy for yourself in this process, because remember, this is something that hasn't developed in like this year. These old patternings are from so incredibly long ago. And of course, we have this magic wands and we want to be it. Listen, if you're anything like me, you're not the most patient of light workers. and you feel that things on earth are going very slowly, and you're sick of it sometimes. It results in resistance in yourself, and you get annoyed with yourself. But you're not doing anything wrong in this sense. It's just that on earth things take longer. We have to deal with a different vibration, and doesn't always work like this, right? So have empathy for yourself and have empathy for your process. And remember, please, things are really developing in the right direction. So don't feel like that you're standing still. Now look at this. Kuan Yin, care and compassion. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved and offer a helping hand. This is actually interesting because what I feel like, this beautiful cup is filled with so much love, and that is what is going on. You are really learning how to fill your own cup. Who are you? You are love. Choose to be love, not just accept I am love in a mental capacity. No, feel it with your heart. Feel it. Look at the lotus flowers everywhere. Feel it. Because from that heart chakra on, you can receive, first of all, for yourself, be the love. But also, that is the best way in order to be there for others as well. When you start cutting out all that crap that does no longer serve you, mind my words at the moment, just needed to come out. Cut through all this bullshit. You'll see that it will be easier to connect to your heart chakra and start giving from your heart chakra. But it needs to come from an authentic place. Does that make sense when I tell you that? It's a different vibe. It's like you're no longer helping because you feel you have to from your old conditioning. No, you feel like you are ready when your own cup is full. You can give from the heart, and not because someone has told you that you should do that, right? It will truly come from the heart. And Kuan Yin is helping you do that. Now, final card here. Ooh, look at this, the fluorite. I love this rock. Ooh, not just a rock, it's a beautiful crystal. Spirit guides and your third eye chakra. It's interesting. Almost all the chakras are through the three groups. Almost all the chakras are being mentioned, so that's very beautiful. Your spirit guides are here, and here again, it's a 16, and that's a 7, right? So the 7 also tells you you are on the right path. Fluorite also brings light and shines light on situations that want to be, how should I put this? Sometimes you have to see through a situation in order to be able to look at it from a place of love. And that really has to do with letting go of old beliefs and old patterns that are still accompanying you, to say it in a very friendly way. And as I said, I think the fluorite is a very good crystal to help you strengthen your third eye chakra. Because through your third eye, you will notice that your team of light will be helping you in really focusing on those situations that don't really feel like they belong with you anymore, that it's time to let go, or at least break through them and looking at them in the way they truly are from your loving perspective. And sometimes that could mean letting go of things, right? But as I said, the solution is already set in motion. And it's important to be patient and not give yourself a break. is the message you are getting. Give yourself a break. Things take time on earth, and have faith that things will work and that you will find your solution. And you will. I'm sure of it. That's how it feels. So this was the message for group 3. Thank you, thank you, thank you for having the patience to watch the whole video or to pick your favorite card of the day. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful December in any way, shape, or form that feels right to you. There is no right way in spending your December month. It is all up to you. And I wish you peace, joy, and a lot of self-love. And of course, love from the people around you. Be kind, be caring and compassionate with one another, and especially for yourself. Happy holidays. See you next time, I hope. Bye-bye.